Welcome to Neighborhood House of Milwaukee's Nature Center. Today we are going to have some fun exploring. But first, my name is Miss Nikki.
And my name is Miss Nicole.
And we're going to sort of look at the signs of fall. We're going to see what the flora and fauna, or plants and animals, do during this time of the year.
Let's get going.
See you later. Our first stop is the Maple 7 Trail. This is the beginning of our sugar bush. Follow me, let's go see. Look over here, I think I find something really interesting. This is a great sign of fall. Turkey tails. These are mushrooms. Look how beautiful they are. Look at those colors and those ridges. They're decomposers. They're going to help break this log down eventually. But this is a great sign of fall. Let's go see what else we can find.
Look at all these leaves on the ground. I wonder where they came from. These are deciduous trees, which means when it starts to get cold, they drop their leaves. In the summertime, they use their leaves to collect the sunlight and do the process of photosynthesis. They use the energy from the sunlight to make energy and starch. But now, what they're doing is they're dropping their leaves, they no longer need them, they're storing up that starch, and they're hunkering down for winter.
Oh my gosh, Miss Nicole, look! It is a maple sugar tree. And how do we know? Our belly buttons right here. That means it was tapped a couple years ago and it starts to close up and it looks like a belly button. But shh, don't tell anybody. That's our secret during maple sugaring. These are the trees we tap. We'll be talking about that later. We'll come back in March for our maple sugar time. So let's see what else we can find.
Here's an overlook tower. It overlooks our prairie. Let me go see what I can see up there.
This is cool. This is the Glen Loop. Wait till you see what trees we have here. Let's look up. These are pine trees or coniferous trees. Do you know why they call them coniferous trees? I don't know. Why do they call them coniferous trees, Miss Nikki? Because they're cone bearing. This is where we get pine cones from. The cool part about coniferous trees is that they keep their needles or leaves all year long. So it's green even when we're blanketed with white snow. And that's why people use them for Christmas trees. So this loop, Glen Loop, is really cool because there are different kinds of plants and animals that live here that are different than that live in the deciduous area. Let's go see what else we can find.
You may have noticed there's not a lot of green out here right now. So you may be thinking, what do our friends like the deers eat when the seasons change? Well, what they do is they adapt. Instead of eating the grass and the plant and stuff, their favorite thing to do is nibble on the ends of the twigs and eat off the buds from the trees and the bushes. Now we're in the prairie. There's a lot less trees over here than in the Glen Loop or Maple 7 Trail. But our flowers and grasses also change to adapt to the changing seasons. In the fall, a lot of prairie plants will drop their seeds. Over the winter, that harsh thawing and freezing will help break up those seed pods, so in the springtime, the seeds are ready to come out and start growing new baby plants. But let's see what else takes harbor among these plants in the fall time.
Look what we found here. We have a milkweed plant that's going to seed. You guys know what a milkweed plant's for. You're used to seeing it when it's green with monarch eggs and monarch caterpillars on it. This is what it looks like in the fall. If you notice this silky white stuff here and the small brown, I'm going to take one here so you can see, the small brown seed is right there. The milkweed is cool. It has adapted to find a way to spread its seeds all over. It has developed something like a parachute, so when it's windy, they just fly away. This is important for us because we need lots of milkweed so we can keep monarchs coming back, growing and living. Pollinator plant for a good pollinator insect. Hi, look what I found, a snake board. This is one of our research projects out here. We like to see who's living under there. We usually find some snakes, maybe garter, maybe a milk snake. So come a little closer, let's see what's down here. Oh, there's a grasshopper. Live. No snakes, but we got a lot of copepods and spiders. Copepods or pill bugs. Oh, look at this cool black spider just kind of hanging out there. We got some interesting scat down in there. And look at all the cool tunnels that are underneath. Probably voles or deer mice are using this to make tunnels underneath. So I think we've disturbed the poor copepods enough. Let's put the roof back on the house. And let's discover if we can find some more cool snake boards or other things to discover here right now. I'll see you in a minute.
Here we have a gull growing inside of a goldenrod. That means that over the summertime, a fly laid their egg inside of the goldenrod plant, and then the goldenrod plant grew around that egg. Through the fall and the winter, that egg will grow and start to go through metamorphosis. When spring comes, that adult fly will break out of that pod and fly about. Well, Nikki, I think that was a great hike. We've seen some really cool things.
So do I. That was an awesome day at the Nature Center. So sit back, wait, we'll see you in the winter, and don't forget, enjoy nature. Thank you. Bye-bye.